Okay, so today we are doing another hard drive enclosure, and this one's from Minisopuru. I believe this is brand new for them. This is their Thunderbolt enclosure for the M1 Pro, Max, probably any of the new ones. It doesn't really matter as long as it has Thunderbolt. 40 gigabyte. I don't know. M.2 NVMe. You'll see I have this here. This is an enclosure from a different company. We've done a whole bunch of enclosures actually from Minisopuru, and they work really, really well. But a lot of these enclosures, like this one, for instance, this one here actually allows us to put in like a 3.5 inch or 2.5 inch, I guess it is, SSD and an NVMe drive, which was great. And I was super excited, and they both function. But the standard SSD gets pretty close to the speeds that it should, but the NVMe drive definitely does not. And that's because I believe this, for instance, can only do like 5 gigs out through its internal component-y stuff. You know, that's me in the technical side of it, because I know you're all jealous. Anyways, see it right there? That's my NVMe drive right there. And there is the bigger one there, right? So I'm going to probably keep that one in here because the enclosure works fine and the speed is fine for this. It's just usually used as like backup storage. But I'm going to take this out. And the reason is because I want that speed. This drive here primarily going to be like a redundancy drive, probably a backup drive. I may, just to see how it works, maybe as a RAID drive with another Thunderbolt enclosure, just to see down the road. I'm curious. If you want to see that, leave a comment below. But I'm only getting like, I don't know, out of that NVMe, I think it was like 500, maybe 600. And that's not what you should be getting. I should be getting, you know, way faster than that. Now, I'm not expecting to get the same kind of speeds that I would get if this was internal. And I'm not expecting to get that even on a Thunderbolt enclosure, but I should be able to get faster. So here's the box. Let's do a little bit of a swap, shall we? Okay, first off, here's the box. Okay, superior speed, 40 gigabits. Gigabytes, I can't remember. M.2 NVMe SSD enclosure, plug and play, and heat dissipation and portable. It says right now that it can take upwards of 8 terabytes. Now, I always wonder if this says 8 terabytes because right now 8 terabytes is kind of just the most you can get on those kind of drives. And there's some other information. Now, I'm kind of wondering if this is like toolless or what. Does it say anything over here? This item, cool, comes with a Thunderbolt cable, which is excellent. Advanced SSD enclosure, Type-C interface and USB-C Thunderbolt cable, ultra high speed, yes. It does say that, because it always talks about certain drives, and they can say it reads up to about 2800 and writes up to 2700, but that's going to also depend on the drive you have in it. This is a crucial drive. It's a, as far as I know, it's a P3 drive, not a 4. So I'm not sure, but again, I think P4s are getting you like 5,000 and 7,000, so I don't necessarily need that size or that speed. It works with 2280s only. You guys can see all that. I'll put links down to Minisopuru's website so you can look at this. Plus, if you really feel like it, you can look at some of their other stuff. Anyways, this is the enclosure right here. We'll just open it up. Thunderbolt enclosures. You know, I did a video, I don't know, a week or so ago in regards to editing off a Thunderbolt versus editing off of like a USB-C drive, SSD. And the editing side really didn't speed up a lot. But one of the things that I have really learned afterwards, after doing that, is importing footage, especially depending if you're importing from a hard drive. That can definitely be faster. And for me, when I'm done taking that footage that's on that drive and moving it to another drive, which is things that I do, the faster the drives are, the faster that process takes, or shorter that process takes, which super hugely beneficial. Anyways, you're going to get the little drive. This is it here, or the drive enclosure. So of course you're going to have to supply your own drive, but that's the enclosure. It's nice, metal, right? Cool. That's going to be your Thunderbolt cable right there. Nice. You are going to get these. I believe these two, this is something that you're going to put on your, and this one has one already, I think. It's just a little sticker, which I think it's like a little, like a heat shield type thing. And as well, you're going to get your little stopper plugs. Cool. And then last but not least, you're going to get a little troubleshooting / install guide, etc., etc. Fonts are really small, really small. Anyways, because I'm moving this from one to another, I don't think this is going to be too big of an issue. But what we will do is, as you can see, it does come with a little screwdriver, which was excellent. I'm glad that it comes with that. And I'm glad that they don't say like toolless, because the last enclosure I did, they're like, oh, it's toolless. I'm like, yeah, except for the fact that you need a screwdriver. I don't know what your idea of toolless is. I'm pretty sure a screwdriver is a tool. All right, I'm going to undo this, and I'll be right back. Okay, looks like 4 screws are done. Now, the other thing that you want to make sure that you do when you're doing this, you should be doing this on somewhere that you can do static discharges. So I'm touching a bunch of metal and things like that just to help. But I'm sure somebody will give me crap, you know. Okay, this comes out, and that's it. That's your inside. Right there, right? So all you're going to do is you're going to put the drive in there and you're going to snug it in there. And I'm pretty sure that they talk about this, 2880 because it's the right size. And you'll see as soon as I took this little stopper out, this popped up. Sweet deal. And this should only be able to go in, I would think, one way. So it's going in there. Yes. And that size-wise looks excellent. Okay. Now it does have these little things. See, this one had little things to put on the top. I'm guessing this one has little, I'm hoping, I'm gonna empty this little bag out here. Whoops. Those are extra screws, which is awesome that they give you extra screws. And I'm guessing, I'm hoping this, yeah, okay. So basically what happens is, see this little guy there? I'm gonna just pull this, pop it out again if I can. It's if you take it out, you may be able to see it's kind of got a groove or like a notch on it. Maybe can you see that? Is it gonna focus ever? Maybe. Anyways, it's got a little notch on it. So if you actually take this for me and you just kind of slide it in there, and then you pop it in, it kind of just pops, and then this thing is nice and flat. Right, it's level, because if not, it's going to push down. And then these are your, as you can see here, it says this is your thermal pad. That's it. So all you're going to do is, whoops, all you're going to do is take this off, put it on the top there. And there we go. We got a thermal pad on there. Excellent. And again, it does come with some extra screws, which is fantastic. Way to go. That's awesome, right? But there it is. That's all good. And then we're going to take our top, wherever I put that, and put these screws back in. All right, so hold on. Now here's the key. Don't put this on upside down or backwards, because the holes on the other side, not as nice as these, makes it a lot harder to get your screw in. How do I know? Because that's just what I did. Okay, all sealed up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the top back on this. I don't think there's really a right and a wrong way. I think that's just going like that. That makes some sense, I'm guessing. And seal this back up, and then let's try out this drive. All right, everything's golden. Everything's golden. We got our cable here. The fact that they just give you a nice cable. Thunderbolt cables can be a little pricey, you know, so that's excellent. Well, it's not as if the enclosure is inexpensive, right? So I guess you would expect that. Okay, so anyways, let's just bring over my computer here. Okay, and we're just gonna minimize some of this stuff. Cap off, Thunderbolt in. All right. I am excited. I'm excited to see what we get for some speeds here. Okay, here we go. Ready? Plug. It should have stuff on it already, because this is a drive, like I said, that I pulled out of the other one. There it is. 2 terabyte NVMe. And this is what we're hoping for. Blackmagic speed disk test. Yep. Now again, when that drive was plugged in my that little dock, 700. That's kind of the most I could kind of get. So let's see, same drive in this Thunderbolt enclosure. Same drive, there it is, right there. Okie dokie, ready? Oh, see, that's better. Look at that, 2500 write, 2300 read. And that's off a P3, and that's off of probably one of the, I'm gonna say it, you know, probably one of the slowest NVMe drives that I have used. That's good. I'm down with that. All right, guys. This is the Minisopuru NVMe, and yeah, that's gonna work good. That's gonna work good. I think I'm gonna try it. Leave a comment below. I'm gonna see, because I now have 2 Thunderbolt enclosures with NVMe drives in them. Let me know in a comment below if you guys would be interested in seeing what it's like if these 2 were rated, if we get like even better speeds. All right, guys, links to where you can look at this new enclosure, and we'll see you guys next video. Later.